Hello and welcome to the morning show team of with RevSportz. This is Rohan Chaudhary and with me Bharat Lamraj, Shubhan Chakravarti. Yesterday, two back-to-back blockbuster games. Gujarat posting a massive total of 220 plus 227, and then the following game Rajasthan versus Sunrisers Hyderabad, another 200 plus runs chase. Also fantastic. Both games were fantastic. Both high-scoring games. We'll discuss both the games, but Shubhan Bharat, yesterday's last over, Sandeep Sharma did something like the Lagan movie, the last ball got out, called no, and then lost the match. Oh, so topsy turvy of emotions. Shubhan, start with that last ball. Sandeep Sharma prevented MS Dhoni that in that over and did that blunder yesterday. Your thoughts?
That is sport. That is sport for you. And uh, he did the job. He did the job only for the buzzer to come up and say, okay, it was a front foot no ball, and that's what it is. And after that, Samad, it was good to see that Samad kept his calm and recollected himself to smash that six over the bowler's head, and it was a nice finish. But that post-match presentation I was telling you guys before the show went live, it was really hard to see Sanju Samson speak about that within 2 minutes how the match got over. But there was so much of I felt that there was so much of MS Dhoni in that Samson's post-match presentation when he was asked, "What do you think? What were you thinking when it was a no ball?" And Sanju just said, "It's a no ball. We have to focus on the next delivery. That's what it is." And there was so much of MS Dhoni I felt in that sentence. But this is sport for you.
Exactly. And the last ball reminded me of that. Oh, I honestly reminded me of that Lagan scene. Captain Russell saying, "Okay, we have a no ball. We'll bowl another one," and and Bhuvan happened, and here Samad happened. Well, Bharat, your thoughts uh, on that ball last over?
Yeah, it was. They should have wrapped it up. If you notice, they dropped a catch as well. Obil McCoy
Hmm.
dropped one catch. Before that, perhaps in
Even
the
Sanju also.
penultimate over as well, they could have given it to Abid Mecca himself instead of going for Kuldeep. The left armer had a little, like, would have got a bit more bounce. Abid McCoy because he's taller. But last over again, that no ball thing, it just happened. Next ball, he had to concentrate. Perhaps Sandeep could have tried a knuckle ball or something because clearly Samad was waiting for another low full toss or Yorker. So he had set himself up with that shuffle to hit it down the ground. And that's what basically happened. Yeah, it would have reminded everyone of Lagan, whoever would have seen it,
Hmm.
because that's what basically happened in that film. Although, yeah, it's a fictional film where the front foot no ball was shown. Even though front foot no ball was not there, back foot no ball was there those days. But whatever it is, something that happens in sport, bittersweet symphony of sport. Sandeep and Sanju Samson have to, and the and company have to press the erase button and return, bounce back in the next match, because obviously they have won five, lost six now. So it's crunch time. They have to basically win two or maybe even three out of three. Three matches they have to win, I guess, from here to qualify. So just have to press the erase button from here.
Exactly. Well, Shubhan, from the Rajasthan knock, we got two big knocks, George Butler, Samson, Hyderabad also. We had a 50, but the player of the match, Glenn Phillips, those three sixes and 25 runs, most important as it was given the player of the match to him. Your thoughts on that? Not how important was it at that moment of the game?
I loved the fact that Glenn Phillips was given the Player of the Match award. It is seldom seen in T20 cricket or cricket in general that such impact knocks get the Player of the Matches award. But it was good to see something new happening last night. And Glenn Phillips came in for Harry Brooks, and Harry Brooks was sitting in the dugout when Glenn Phillips got out, and there was a big smile on Brooks' face. That was also good to see. But what an impact! What a reintroduction to SRH playing
Mm.
11, and Glenn Phillips is capable of doing this. He's a destructive batsman, and he stood firm in his crease, waited for those balls to arrive, and just smashed them because it was the only option to him at that particular time. He had to hit. He had to clear the boundary fence every ball he faced, and he exactly did that. Great knock, a great knock, but again, credit to Samad as well for keeping it
Mhm.
calm. But it was Glenn Phillips, and Samad acknowledged that also, that Glenn Phillips provided the much needed injection before he could do the job in the final over.
Exactly. And Bharat, on the same note, coming to you, Glenn Phillips, it was an important, crucial, I would say, 25 runs. But as you were mentioning, drop catches, Sanju Samson, McCoy. So it went both way for Hyderabad and both way southwards for Rajasthan. Your thoughts on that? Where did Rajasthan actually lose the match?
Yeah, basically, see, in a tight match, it comes down to doing the basics right. It could be bowling to the field. It could be like obviously not bowling, no balls, keeping the extras down, taking your chances. Yeah, it looks like a pitch nowadays. If you go to the social media, that experts would tell catches don't win games or if you ask any cricketer who is actually playing professional sport, he would tell it basically in these tight matches, basic things, get the basics right, and would go on to win. So that's what happened. Rajasthan definitely won the match. Obviously, SRA, a lot of to them for ensuring that they didn't lose the plot. But how to say in the end, Rajasthan found ways to lose this match.
Okay. Shubhan, same question to you. Where did actually Rajasthan lost the match? And talk to me about Sanju Shamson's captaincy also. 214 runs was not defended. Some mistakes. How would you rate Sanju's captaincy as a whole? Yes, in yesterday's match.
I think where they lost the match, I think their impact player didn't click. They brought in Obed McCoy, who gave him only one over. He conceded how much? 13, 14 runs in that single over, and after that he was not given the ball. So it happens. Even I felt that they bowled out. Sajju has been doing this for a while now, that he's bowling out Ravichandran Ashwin very early in the innings, and not keeping him at least even one of the overs for the second phase of the match. This is something I think they can check, because Ashwin, okay, he's good in the first half of the match, but even in the second half, Ashwin's numbers are good. Maybe he's an off spinner, that's why they want to keep him, bowl him out very early. But this is something I think which they can keep at least one over of Ashwin for the second phase of the innings. But I think certain things on the field, catches dropped, as Bharat mentioned. Obed McCoy not clicking. Kuldeep Yadav was given that 19th over where Glenn Phillips just took him up, apart. These are the harsh realities of professional sports. Sometimes it happens. Kuldeep Yadav may win them a match in the future. Who knows?
Exactly. Well, Bharat, before we move on to the first match,
Just one point to add. Yeah,
yeah, sure.
just one point to add. I agreed that he might have gone for 12, 13 runs, but if you notice, he's quite a bit taller than Kuldeep, so might have at least got some bounce. He has that cutter, so at least he might have not gone for 24 runs if he had bowled the penultimate over. Of course, now it's in hindsight, ifs and buts, but I have feeling for 24 runs if he had been given the penultimate over, at least might have been 18. The 6 runs might have made the difference, extra runs.
Okay. And both Shubhan and Bharat, you follow domestic cricket as in depth. So yesterday, Anmol Preet, Abhishek Sharma, and Rahul Tripathi both played brilliant knocks for Sunrisers in the chase. 33 of 25 for Anmol Preet, Abhishek Sharma 55 of 34, Rahul Tripathi 47 of 29. So we always talk about domestic players clicking for the teams. Shubhan, so domestic players yesterday performed for Sunrisers, and ultimately that helped in the win. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, Anmolpreet gave a great start. So did Abhishek Sharma. These have been guys. These are the guys who have been scoring heaps of runs for Punjab, and now good to see, especially Abhishek Sharma because he's someone with a great talent. He's a all rounder, can bowl as well, left-handed a batter who can smash the ball. Great player of spin. But Anmolpreet and they Abhishek started the thing, and after that Rahul Tripathi and Henrik Klassen also played a decent knock in the middle, and it was a good effort. It was a good effort, but again, everything could have gone wrong for SRH had it not been for that
Mm,
Glenn Phillips knock.
exactly.
That was the one. That was the one which changed. It changed the entire dynamics. It helped Sunrisers Hyderabad take a complete U-turn in that match and bounce back. But yeah, good to see these guys from Punjab. Punjab is a team which has the maximum number of IPL players. I think all of their playing
Mm.
11 are in the IPL teams in some capacity. So good to see these guys clicking in the big stage.
Okay. And as we talk about the opening partnership, the previous game, the first game, Gujarat had a massive opening partnership. Saha and Shubman Gill. Shubman Gill got the Player of the Match award. Bharat, you wrote the review. So your thoughts on that? Gujarat's knock, overall knock. How would you rate it?
Gill, he has improved his T20. If you notice, after 5 or 6, perhaps even 6 or 7 overs, he was 11 or 15 ball, 15. After that, he shifted gears. That is something I think in T20 cricket, shifting gears. Sai is someone who is at his best. He has great hands. So it's not someone who's good footwork or something like that, but he has great hands. So when he comes good, those horizontal bad shots, just those quick hands, fast hands, it comes through and there's a lot of strokes. And the pitch was at least it's an afternoon game. Definitely, the pitch was good, and that's and JT took advantage of it. Right took advantage of it and got to 226, which obviously turned out to be a winning score in the end. So yeah, credit has to go to their openers. And not just that, Gujarat Titans obviously it has been a great year for their players. 7, 8, 9 players have been clicking at different phases. That's been key why they're winning. Obviously, Mohit Sharma at 34 is still bowling well. He's still bowling at occasionally at 140 kilometers per hour. Still hitting the bat hard on impact, hitting the deck hard, and even with the slow short balls, if you notice, it is high up on the splice. Batters can't nail those pull shots or high slogs across the line because he's able to hit the bat hard on impact. So they have a lot of players. David Miller obviously is quick by 20s, 30s. A lot of are coming good for them. That's why they're winning.
Yes, and Shubhan, on the other hand, Lucknow's opening partnership also did well. Quinton Decker got a 70 or 41. Kale Myers did pretty well, 48 runs. But after that, they did not. The middle order did not perform. Your thoughts on LSG's batting?
As you said, they started on the right note, but after that, everything fell like a pack of cards.
Mm.
Deepak Huda, I don't know what has happened to him. He has scored how many? Has he even touched 50 run mark in this IPL? I don't think so. I
Total,
don't think so.
total 53 runs. 53, total 53 it is.
Okay.
Total 53
53,
runs.
53.
Just
So
yesterday, he got
total 53. It's, he's having a nightmare of a season. And I don't know how will he manage to come back from this, but it looks pretty tough. But after that, I think as soon as both Kyle Mayers and Quinton de Kock got out, nothing clicked for LSG. No Nicholas Puran, no Marcus Stoinis, nobody clicked yesterday, and it was inevitable. In a 200 plus run chase, you have to go all out, and that is something where you have to play your high risk game. Sometimes it comes off. When it comes off, we praise them because 200 plus chases look extremely good or pleasing on eye. But when it doesn't come off, when you try to go hard from the word go, it sometimes results like these can come up. So yeah, part of the game. Two contrasting results. One faltering after a good start in the second match. SRH, they started well, again dipped somewhere in the middle, and then that Glenn Phillips and some other partnership. So, reality of sport.
Exactly. And today we
Just
have,
one point and just one
yeah,
point and yeah, again
but
credit I
also
think has to go to credit I think
with
has to
your
go to
point with
Moy
Mohit
in
Sharma
this.
also.
Huh?
Uh,
Sorry.
with uh, with your point talked about Mohit Sharma also, you have to give credit to that man. Yes, on you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Credit has to
Yeah.
go to a lot of credit has to go to the man because see if you notice with Bumrah and all injured, Mohsin Khan obviously still getting back into his groove. I feel is basically India's best into the pitch bowler. That's basically HTD
Mm.
skills, HTD skills.
Mm.
I think he's India's currently best bowler in that category because of few injuries and all. At 34, is still doing that. And it keeps it simple. Just into the pitch bowling. Some variations, some of them slower ones. And as Akib Joy said in 2015 itself, that
Mm.
he hits very high up on the splice. Though he's not a tall man, but the section dynamics of his action are such that the balls, his deliveries hit very high up on the splice. So bat it becomes difficult. Saw with Kyle May as well. He's pretty tall man, not easy
Mm.
to get it very high up. And it kept it simple. Knew that in an afternoon game, the pitch was perhaps getting a little bit slow as the match progressed, and it didn't try too many wide Yorkers and all. Just kept on bowling into the pitch and succeeded. That's
Exactly.
the wisdom of experience. Six to experience.
Exactly, and Mohit Sharma in IPL is fantastic, and he has been fantastic in the past also, and that's why he was MSD's favorite man once. You don't become MSD's favorite man for no reason. Well, in
You know,
today's game,
if India continued to have injuries for on a temporary basis,
mm,
the way he's bowling,
mm,
I'm not joking.
mm,
On a temporary basis, he
mm,
can even play for India in T20
mm.
Yeah, if
Yes,
Umesh
good.
Yadav can come back, if Umesh Yadav can come back into T20 setup, then why not?
Mm.
Mohit Sharma.
yeah, but he's bowling really bowling well. That's the reason I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah. He is actually he's bowling well.
And Shubhan, today KKR must win game at Eden Gardens, but Eden Gardens has not been that good for KKR, considering the results they have got. Your thoughts, your expectations from the match?
Would be extremely challenging for KKR to come up against this inform Punjab Kings side. Punjab, Rajasthan, I'm surprised that they have faltered off this bad with the kind of squad they have. But Punjab seems to be looking like a really solid squad this time around, especially with Liam Livingstone also clicking now.
Mm.
Uh, Things would become very interesting for Punjab Kings. I think they will enjoy the conditions in Eden Gardens as well, and all their
Mm.
batters. If they play Matthew Short, he will enjoy. I think they will play Matthew Short, and I think he will enjoy the conditions in Eden Gardens. Liam Livingstone again will enjoy the kind of bounce, the natural bounce the pitch has.
Mm.
Although the pitch has been assisting the spinners and tackling Nareen, Varun, and Suyash will be a bit tough, and Nitish Rana is also bowling regularly now. So let's see. Hope promises to be a good contest, but I feel Punjab should do the job.
Okay. Bharat, both the teams are at the downward side of the table. Punjab at 7, KKR at 8. Eden Gardens, what do you expect from the match, and who are the players that you are looking forward to in this match? Varun Chakravarti has been great for KKR, yes. Yes, Bharat.
It also depends on the conditions. If there's a little bit of
Mm.
variable bounce,
Mm.
not just KKR's bowlers, even PBK's bowlers, I think we like it because you look at Sam Curran
Mm.
or Steve, on a flat pitch, they have been going for plenty of runs. But as soon as it is a track, especially Sam Curran, as soon as it's a track with a little bit of up and down, little bit of up and down bounce, he seems to do better. So even Nathan Ellis is someone who would like to bowl on such surfaces. So it could depend on that as far as the sides are concerned. Obviously, Varun Chakravarti is there. I think he's got a little bit of fizz back in his bowling, a little bit of bounce.
Mm.
He's not trying too many things. Like there was a time when it seemed like he was trying too many variations, but nowadays it's at least in this IPL is not trying too many things, just trying to keep it simple and looking at trying to get some extract some bounce. So obviously he is going to be a threat, and if the pitch is going to be good for batting, then yeah, Jalen Roy against the new ball, fit and firing, he can really plays away. And obviously, as Subhain said, Livingstone is also there from the PVK setup. He's someone I think he is someone who perhaps doesn't understand the percentages still. There are times when it tries to play short where it's not on, like the pull stroke it tried against Chennai Super Kings. That ball was too high, but when he gets going, obviously he can go really big, like we saw against Jofra Archer. Yeah, the
Yes,
match
and
wise, maybe BBK have a slight advantage, but again, it's not played on paper, so you never know.
so
It's played on
your prediction goes to PPKs.
yes. Slight edge, I guess.
Okay, and Subhan?
I think Punjab, yes.
Okay. Okay. So thank you, Bharat. Thank you, Shubhan, for joining. It was lovely talking to you. In other sports, India women's ice hockey team gave a great feat yesterday. Finished fourth in the Asian Championship. That has been the best performance for Indian ice hockey team. Without funds, without support, they have achieved this. So I think they attract some media glare and investments in the near future to take the sports up. Indian football, AIFF got in a meeting with IFA yesterday in meeting, and our under 23 district tournament is coming up. So lots happening in athletics. Also yesterday we had some brilliant news. So for the viewers, keep
Yeah,
following our
tennis
social
also.
media handles.
Rohan Bopana is still performing and,
Yeah, yeah.
with Upton. And there is
At 43,
obviously Alcaraz is
at 40.
almost close to becoming the number one in singles. Won another
Mm,
tournament, I guess, Madrid Masters. So yeah,
mm,
with Matthew Upton and Bopana.
yeah, and Praveen Chitra set a national record in Cuba in the triple jump, 17.37 meters. So lots happening in Indian sports right now. And we cover it all. So for our viewers, we follow our social media handles and our written pieces for log into our website RevSportz.in, and so lots coming up. So thank you, Shubhan. Thank you, Bharat, for joining. We'll be back again tomorrow with the morning show team of the sports. So thank you.